Ultimate Weapons has put together what we think are the very best robotic technologies, including a new breed of micro-robots, versatile, intelligent, and portable. At number 6, it's the Viper.
Viper is very valuable. It's an indispensable asset. Instead of moving in and risking your soldiers, you can risk a Viper.
Standing just 9 inches tall and weighing just 25 pounds, the Viper can be carried in a backpack. And this little robotic spy can go just about anywhere a soldier can.
We'll send the Viper ahead of the troops to scout the target. It is able to climb steps, go to a higher floor, overcome a barricade or other obstacles, penetrate into a building and see what's inside.
The key to the Viper's amazing mobility is the Galileo wheel, which at the push of a button can transform from wheel to track in seconds.
Now you see it on the configuration of a wheel, which gives it the ability to go relatively fast from one place to another, also to save energy, which is a major issue. But on the other hand, when you want to climb stairs or when you want it to perform missions in a complicated terrain, then you switch it to the track mode. And with that, it has all the advantage of a track.
Once in position, a sophisticated surveillance package mounted on top of the Viper allows the soldier to see what it sees.
It has the ability to send all the information that is gathered by the camera to any member on the net.
And with microphones on board, the Viper becomes the soldier's ears as well as his eyes, so there's no question about the intentions of those being watched. The Viper can work at more than half a mile away from the operator, and it can even be called home at the push of a button, automatically finding its own way back to the starting point.
If something happens to that, and if you lose control, you lose communication, which might happen, then it has an automatic mode. It knows its way back.
The operator's handset is based on the instantly familiar format of a video game controller, so using it is almost child's play.
The Viper is designed to operate by regular troops. Therefore, the operating devices were tailored for regular soldiers using a wearable control similar to the controls that boys are using on video games, so they can control the Viper just the same way.
One obvious application will be to help combat one of the ground troops' deadliest enemies, the improvised explosive device, or IED.
It can also carry explosive sniffer to detect possible booby traps or IEDs.
The ability to sniff out explosives and other dangerous materials could also be good news for man's four-legged best friend.
The Viper is going to be very, very important to the soldier in the field. Right now it does what combat dogs are doing in many armies today. The Viper is taking the same missions and it will assume more and more missions as more capabilities will be added.
Although vulnerable to attack, tests are currently being carried out to add weapons to the Viper platform, something our number 5 robotic system is more than ready for. Doing everything a helicopter can do, but without the need for a pilot, this vertical takeoff and landing aircraft is the Fire Scout.
The aircraft doesn't care if it's snowing, if it's raining, whatever. You give it a spot to land, it's going to land there.
Just like their piloted counterparts, unmanned helicopters have a huge advantage over fixed-wing aircraft. They can take off and land just about anywhere, and Fire Scout can even do it without any human assistance.
Just the click of a mouse, take off, and it's off and on its way. It'll fly that flight plan or that mission plan, and it'll come back to where you told it to land without anyone ever touching that aircraft again.
The air vehicle actually, with about 3 mouse clicks, can complete an entire 8-hour mission.
The aircraft is solid as a rock. The computer system will fly the aircraft exactly where it is programmed to go.
The platform itself is based on the combat-proven Schweitzer 330 series light turbine helicopter.
It's a very, very reliable machine, so taking that reliability and putting it into what you see here today was a challenge, but it also gave us a good baseline to go from.
It's kind of a mix of new and old technology. We wanted to use a very inexpensive, easy to operate, easy to maintain air vehicle, but we're filling it with high-priced, cutting-edge electronics in order to make it execute its mission.
Fire Scout is equipped with the Bright Star surveillance system. This electro-optical infrared package can detect and track targets in extremely low light.
It's essentially a TV camera. The infrared is the ability to see or image something based on heat differential. So it allows us to see at night. So it's a daytime, nighttime search capability.
But Fire Scout is a lot more than just a surveillance system. It's versatile enough to carry out a huge variety of missions.
You could resupply troops, blood, bullets, beans, whatever you need, medical supplies. In the darkest of nights, aircraft will land there, troops can get the supplies and go back. In the end game, you could probably even medevac folks out.
And Fire Scout can even be equipped to pack a deadly punch.
We also have weaponization. We've shot rockets, and we know that the services are looking at more precision weapons. So there's a wide range of payloads that can go on the aircraft.
The weapons that we're looking at for Fire Scout are a forward-firing rocket, potentially IR or image-guided. The other one is a gravity drop bomb Viper Strike, currently being used by the Army right now. Both of those are guided weapons.
Okay, AVO, be advised, you're clear to arm and fire. You're clear to arm and fire.
And fire.
There are also many other payloads that can fit in the same payload bay on the nose that you see on the Fire Scout today, such as a very shallow water mine detection system, an airborne communications relay system. We're looking at putting radar on the aircraft. We've tested radar in the aircraft.
Fire Scout's ability to navigate by a variety of sensors means it can carry out whole missions in zero visibility conditions.
We don't need to be able to see our touchdown point, or we don't need to be able to see the horizon to safely fly Fire Scout. There is no pilot, so it allows us to fly in clouds at night, or potentially a dust storm or something along those lines.
The sheer versatility of the Fire Scout system makes it one of the military's most sought-after propositions.
We're looking in the future at various customers. As I said, the Navy is signed up for their littoral combat ship.
Now the Army is also interested. They've purchased 8 air vehicles.
I know the Marine Corps is looking for a vertical unmanned aerial vehicle that we'll compete for. And then there are several international customers that have expressed interest.
And the Coast Guard is making an assessment of Fire Scout in support of its new Coast Guard cutter, Bertolf.
In fact, the Fire Scout has such an advanced ability to take off, land, and operate all by itself, some human pilots are actually starting to get jealous.
I'm a helicopter pilot myself, and there's a little bit of, I'm special, you need a pilot to be able to do this. So there's a little bit of a manhood issue with some of the pilots.
I'm a retired Navy helicopter pilot, and the first time I saw a Fire Scout fly, I have to tell you I was jealous.
But we know that there are missions that we don't want to be doing. Flying low, slow, over enemy territory, long duration flights. And this is a natural progression, I think, in 5 to 6 years with the addition of